Certainly, welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Great news about the Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday. I know Juneteenth it's mostly been recognized as a Texas holiday, given the fact that it stems from Juneteenth. Basically, after the Emancipation Proclamation, that you had slavery continued in the state of Texas until a certain amount of time, until the Union ship actually came to the shores of Galveston, Texas, to free the slaves and whatnot. But anyways, to make a long story short, I'm happy about it. I know people have been fighting for it for a great long time, but at the end of the day, to my African American brethren and those who support my African American brethren from all aspects, whether especially if you come from other parts of the world, from Africa to Europe to Central South America to the Caribbean or whatnot, I will say this: it's nice to celebrate. It's a great time to celebrate, but remember, the best thing that we can do on Juneteenth is to support Black-owned businesses, is to support Black banks, and support historically Black-owned colleges. Those are the pillars of the community from an economic perspective. And like I said, the economics is what matters the most. And when it comes to voting, I always say if you're voting with your dollars, that's the best way you can do it. You can spend $5 to $10, $20 on a Black business. You can open up a bank account with a Black bank. There's various amounts of them out there. I don't have to tell you them. You can just do the research online and go from there. But I've said this 1,000 times, and I will say this again: who you spend your money with and who you bank with holds way more power than who you vote for. So you're gonna vote for who you're gonna vote for. I went live earlier a couple hours ago about the whole how the pandemic basically diminished the whole Democrats versus Republican thing. But now I'm really saying that when you have an account with a bank, when you spend your money with certain people, that holds a lot more power, and everybody else gets it. That's why I always give love and respect to the immigrant community, because they do that. And by keeping dollars in their household and the families and the community and whatnot, they're able to have more assets and whatnot. That's the way that the money game works. And really, in a nutshell, is how you're spending your money, how you're investing your money, and how you're saving your money. All of the above. So it's great that we have Juneteenth as a federal holiday. I'm all for it. I think it's awesome. But, like I said, the caveat is that's the government doing a great thing. But now what are we doing? What's the next move that we're going to make? Are we going to spend money with each other? Are we going to bank with each other? We're going to go to school with each other? And it's not being anti anybody else. Everybody else does this. Everybody else has their own little town. You go to various major cities as a Chinatown somewhere. I've been to New York. I've seen various cultures have their own schools, hospitals, restaurants, barbershops, beauty salons, nail salons, cleaners, dry cleaners, laundromats. I mean, I can keep going. You know what I mean? So, and when you have your own, you've creating the opportunity for people in your community to be able to get a job, and then you create an opportunity with people in your community to get access to capital. That's the beautiful American system. That's how it works. That's capitalism, and it's a beautiful thing. But if you don't practice it, then if you're only practicing it from a consumer standpoint and not trying to practice it from a beneficial standpoint, then I think you're losing the battle. So I put this on Facebook. The best, because one person I saw, they said, I'm from Texas, and they said, it just means I want to get more turned up now than I ever did before. I said, well, why don't we get turned up by purchasing products from Black-owned businesses? Why don't we get turned up by opening accounts and funding Black-owned banks? Why don't we turn up by supporting historically Black-owned colleges? Just things of that nature. Just supporting each other from that standpoint. Because when that becomes a norm, that's when it's really time to celebrate. In my personal opinion, when the economics is talked about and put on the same level as a holiday, put on the same level as sports, put on the same level as music and entertainment. All right, so that's my 2 cents. Either way, I'm happy about it. But it's like I said, the government did a great thing. Now, what are you going to do as the consumer? What are you going to do as the business owner? What are you going to do as the bank customer? What are you going to do as a college student? The rest is on you. All right, because those are the money moves right there. Colleges, schools, businesses, banks. Okay, and hospitals, definitely. But that's all she wrote on that one. What are you doing? You know. So on that note, do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves, or you will live broke like a fool. And happy Juneteenth. It's right around the corner. Take care.